Sam Altman says GPT-5 scared him. Not impressed him, not surprised him, scared him. He says there were moments during testing when he sat back and thought, what have we done? And then he compared it to the Manhattan Project, the creation of the atom bomb. And when the CEO of a company making the most powerful AI on Earth says that, you expect something apocalyptic. A piece of technology so advanced it makes you question whether humanity is ready for it. Instead, GPT-5 launched, and the loudest thing about it was the disappointment. Hey, I'm Zach, and you're watching Patchnotes. Quick shout out to the team behind the Shoot video deck. They're the folks who wrote, shot, and produced this whole thing. If your company's trying to explain anything remotely complex or create stunning product demos, hit them up at videodeck.co. In the weeks before the launch, OpenAI's hype machine went into overdrive. This thing was supposed to be the smartest model in history, a PhD level expert in anything. The end of GPT-4's awkward mistakes. They even called GPT-4 the dumbest model you'll ever have to use again. That's how high they set this bar. So naturally, people braced for a revolution. And when the update finally hit, the first wave of feedback sounded less like awe and more like a shrug. Within hours, Reddit was covered in posts like GPT-5 is horrible. Users who lived in GPT-4 every day said the new model felt slower, less accurate, and somehow less human. One called it technically correct, but emotionally flat. Another even stating that the conversational magic has left the building. Even simple requests sometimes came back with strange errors or incomplete thoughts. Part of the problem was a bug, a big one. OpenAI designed GPT-5 to save computing power by switching between a lighter, faster brain for easy tasks and a heavier, more powerful one for harder problems. At launch, that system broke. People were getting the lightweight mode when they needed the heavyweight, and the results felt underwhelming. Even Altman admitted that the rollout was a little more bumpy than we hoped, which is corporate talk for we had no idea it would be this bad. And then there was a decision that really lit up the forums. GPT-4 was gone. Overnight, every ChatGPT user, including paying subscribers, lost access to the older models they truly trusted. They got GPT-5, whether they liked it or not. The backlash was immediate. Developers, teachers, researchers, they all wanted the old models back. Within days, OpenAI caved, restoring GPT-4 for Plus subscribers and increasing GPT-5's usage limits. Now, to be fair, GPT-5 does have genuine strengths. It can remember vastly more information. Theoretically, entire books, huge company wikis, months of conversation history, without losing the thread. It handles text, images, and audio in a single conversation without switching modes. And in lab tests, it's better at breaking down complex multi-step problems. But the reality is that most people don't experience those upgrades in their everyday use. The leap people expected, the one hinted at by all the Manhattan Project talk, just isn't there. This isn't the jaw-dropping moment we had when ChatGPT first arrived. It's an incremental step forward dressed up as a once-in-a-century breakthrough. Some of the changes were even intentional trade-offs. GPT-5 is less chatty, less flattering, and less willing to riff creatively. That might make it more accurate and less biased, but it also makes it feel colder, and for a lot of users, less impressive. When you go from a friendly, eager-to-please assistant to one that feels like it's reading from a manual, it's easy to mistake caution for incompetence. And maybe that's the real story here. GPT-5 is powerful, no question, but power alone doesn't make a model memorable. The experience does. And if that experience feels slower,
less personal, and missing features you relied on, no amount of benchmark scores will change how people feel about it.
So here we are now, the most hyped AI release in years. And the big takeaway isn't, look at what it can do, but why doesn't it feel better? For OpenAI, that's a problem. But for the rest of us, it's a reminder to keep our expectations in check and maybe not rely on AI so much. It's going to keep evolving, but not every update will change the world, no matter how dramatic the teaser is. I'm Zach, this is Patchnotes, and I'll see you in the next episode.